Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. Today I am participating in another cookbook collab video. I think this is the third one I've done. My friend Tamara over at Southern Wife Everyday Life put this together, and she is hosting these collabs through the end of the year. So I'm excited to participate in them every month. Hopefully I can. That's my expectation. So make sure you check out the link down below for everybody else's recipes that they are sharing from their cookbooks, and Tamara's channel link will also be down below as well. Today I am sharing 3 breakfast ideas from this halfway homemade cookbook. I've made so much stuff out of this cookbook and I absolutely love it, and these 3 breakfast recipes did not disappoint. First up, I have these maple sausage crescent roll-ups. This is a really easy recipe with only 3 ingredients. So first off, you need a package of maple sausage links. It said a package of 16. This one only had 14 from Aldi, so I just went with it. And then you could fry them in a skillet on the stove, but I chose to put them in the air fryer. So I just cooked them on 400 for about 12 minutes, flipping halfway through. When the sausage was done, I rolled each one up in some crescent dough. I had to use 2 rolls of crescent dough because there's 8 in each one. But since my thing of sausage only had 14 in it, I had 2 crescent rolls left over, so I just rolled them up like I did but without the sausage. And then I drizzled some maple syrup over the top of these. Next time I make these, I will just brush the maple syrup on the top. It was a little messy trying to drizzle it all over it, but I think pouring the maple syrup into a little dish and then using a pastry brush or something would work a lot better. And then these baked at 350 for about 12 minutes. I served these with a little bit of maple syrup on the side for dipping, and then some strawberries. Any kind of fruit would be good with it, I think. And we had leftovers of these, and I actually reheated them in the air fryer the next morning on 300 for about 5 minutes, and they turned out perfect. These are great. You can make them ahead and then just reheat them, as I said. The kids absolutely love them, and I will be making them again. Next up, I made S'mores overnight oatmeal. I have never made overnight oatmeal before, but this is what I needed. I needed some old-fashioned oats, some milk, some honey graham cereal, some mini marshmallows. It said mini chocolate chips, but I just did regular chocolate chips. And then you need some sort of glass. It said mason jars. I didn't have little mason jars to do this in, so I used these little Pyrex containers. I think they're 2-cup containers, and they worked perfect. So to start off, I added my oats, my cereal, my marshmallows, and chocolate chips to my little bowl. And then it said to shake, but I just stirred it, and then I poured in the milk, and then it just sits in the fridge overnight. That's it. It's super easy. Just throw it all in there and let it sit and soak up that milk. And then in the morning, I topped it with more cereal, more marshmallows, and more chocolate chips. And then it says to just serve it that way. And the reason I have never tried overnight oats is because I was like, do people really eat this cold? And I looked it up, and people really do eat overnight oats cold. I decided to try it. I did not like the texture cold. It just wasn't for me. But if you like that, then go ahead and eat it cold. But I popped it in the microwave for about a minute and stirred it all together. It melted the marshmallows and the chocolate and got everything nice and combined. And it was absolutely delicious. The kids loved it heated up. And they were like, will you make this again? It really tasted like s'mores. The cereal on it was so good, and it was great. The last breakfast is called Mexican Hashbrown Bake. So you're supposed to start off by browning 1 pound of chorizo, but Aldi does not carry chorizo, or at least not all of the time. So instead, I had found this hot ground like breakfast sausage, and I used that instead. So I just browned it, and then you're supposed to brown it with 1 cup of frozen onions and peppers, and I actually already had some frozen red onion and frozen jalapeno that I had left over from one time when I made guacamole, and I didn't want to just like toss it, so I froze it to use for something, and this was the perfect thing, and it was like right at a cup. So I used red onion and jalapeno peppers and hot sausage. And when that was done, there really wasn't a lot of grease in this. If you use chorizo, there definitely will be a lot of grease. But I just used a paper towel to like soak up any of that excess grease. Then in a large mixing bowl, I mixed together 1 bag of frozen hash browns, my cooked sausage, 2 beaten eggs, half a cup of pepper jack, and half a cup of Colby jack, and then I should have also added salt and pepper at that point, but I did forget it, but then I did remember towards the end. But you're supposed to add it at this point, and I forgot, but I did add it later. And then I gave that all a good stir, started to get it mixed together, and then I added in half a cup of melted butter and half a cup of vegetable oil, and then I just gave everything a really good mix, made sure everything was combined really well. And then I spread this out onto a foil lined baking sheet, and I should have sprayed this foil with some cooking spray, nonstick cooking spray. The recipe didn't say to do that, but my hash browns ended up sticking to the foil some. I don't know if I used the wrong side or what, but anytime I use foil, that usually happens, and I should have sprayed it, and I meant to spray it, but I forgot to spray it. So make sure you spray it so that your stuff doesn't stick. It wasn't too bad, but I would definitely recommend spraying your foil. And then this baked on 425 for 45 minutes. I let this cool for about 10 minutes before cutting it and serving it. And this is what I'm talking about, how it stuck to the foil. You can tell it like stuck pretty bad, but it was okay. And this was so delicious. I think it'd be even better with the chorizo, but it was really good with the hot sausage, and it wasn't too hot. The kids really enjoyed it. We had it with some ketchup, and it was a really good breakfast. Highly recommend it. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this what's for breakfast and you got some ideas. Let me know down below if you plan on trying any of these recipes. And don't forget, as I mentioned, this is part of a big group collab. Make sure you check out the playlist down below and see what everybody else made from their cookbooks. And make sure you check out Tamara's channel if you haven't already, and subscribe to her channel as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!